ASEAN and natural disasters. ASEAN, Association of Southeast Asian Nations, was established on August 8, 1967 by Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia, Philippines, and Singapore, who jointly established the Bangkok Declaration, August 1967, which is bound to be a commitment of countries in Southeast Asia. The objectives of establishing ASEAN is to enhance cooperation in various fields, including economy, society, culture, peace, and security under the principles of the United Nations and within the framework of the Bangkok Declaration of 1967. Some of the ASEAN member countries are vulnerable to natural disasters because they are located on the Indo-Chinese peninsula along the mainland of Southeast Asia. High-risk countries include Thailand, Burma, Laos, Cambodia, Vietnam, Malaysia. Parts of East Malaysia that are located on the Borneo Island are Sarawak and Sabah, and islands such as Indonesia, Philippines, Singapore, and Brunei. Maplecroft, a risk analysis company, has classified all ASEAN member countries in areas with high risk of natural disaster, especially flood. Additional content. Maplecroft is a British risk analysis company that provides risk information about politics, corruption, and the environment of many countries. There are many organizations using information from Maplecroft, such as leading companies in the world, governments, UN agencies, and non-governmental organizations, NGOs. Maplecroft publishes an atlas of climate change and environmental risk, and ranks the risk of climate change for each country. Thailand's risk is ranked 37th, while Iceland has the lowest risk. Philippines and Vietnam are the first countries to be affected by the storm in the South China Sea, especially Philippine Islands, which are the victim of many severe storms each year. Manila has always experienced heavy flooding, and Vietnam also suffers from storms. Indonesia is also affected by storms, but not as severe as the Philippines. If there is severe flooding, it can affect rice cultivation in river basin areas, which flow into the sea. There are many mountains in Laos that help break down the power of storms that come to Thailand. However, Thailand experiences heavy rains and floods regularly. Cambodia does not often suffer from flooding, and Myanmar is the victim of storms that blow from the Indian Ocean, which is rarely affected by a large storm like Nargis cyclone that caused the death of thousands of people and left hundreds of thousands of people homeless. In addition to natural disasters, storms, floods, and drought, Indonesia also faces earthquakes regularly, which is the same as the Philippines, because they are located on a geologic fault. If a high-intensity earthquake occurs under the sea, there will be a high probability of a tsunami, just like the earthquake and tsunami in 2004 that caused the deaths of hundreds of thousands of people in Indonesia, Malaysia, and Thailand. Moreover, Indonesia still has simmering volcanoes and a forest fire every year, causing smoke to cover Malaysia and the southern border provinces of Thailand. A few years ago, Myanmar was frequently affected by earthquakes because there is a part of the country located on the faults of the Earth's crust, such as Sakang area. Sometimes an earthquake occurs in southern China, near its border with Myanmar. The vibration of such earthquakes shake the whole country of Myanmar, as well as the northern part of Thailand. However, Burma still has no big cities filled with buildings or construction, so the damages from earthquakes are limited in scope.